Hey everyone, welcome back to Mr. English Daily, your go-to place for real English, real conversations, and real life. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. If you're here, that means you chose to spend a little bit of your day with us. And honestly, that means a lot. Thank you.
Today's episode is B2 to early C1 level, so the language is going to be a little richer than usual, but don't let that stress you out.
Exactly. You don't need to catch every single word. Just follow along, enjoy the conversation, and if something goes over your head, no problem. We'll slow down and explain the good stuff later.
Think of this as English on autopilot. Just listen, relax, and let the language come to you.
Speaking of relaxing, Sarah, be honest, did you sleep last night or did your phone win again?
My phone won, completely. I told myself 5 more minutes of scrolling, and then it was 1 a.m.
Classic, every single time.
What about you? You look surprisingly awake today.
I forced myself to put the phone across the room last night, far enough that I was too lazy to get up and grab it.
That's actually genius. Low effort, high result.
That's the only kind of life hack I trust. But the weather this morning did not help me feel motivated. Have you looked outside?
I did. The sky looks confused, like it wants to rain, but it also doesn't want to commit.
Exactly. Very indecisive weather today.
Kind of like you at a coffee shop. Do I want an Americano? Maybe a latte? Actually, can I see the menu again?
That is a fair and accurate description of me ordering coffee. I won't argue.
Anyway, today's topic fits perfectly with this kind of ordinary, real morning. We're talking about how to describe your day in English. Not just the basics. Not just, I woke up, I worked, I slept.
Right. We want to show you how to talk about your day with real emotion, natural phrases, and vocabulary that actually sounds like a fluent speaker, not a textbook.
We're going to walk through one full day together. Morning, afternoon, evening. And as you listen, think about your own day. Could you describe it in English right now?
And near the end of the episode, we'll slow everything down for a word tour, where we go back through the most useful expressions and explain them clearly, one by one.
So even if something flies past you, just stay with us. We've got you covered.
And if you enjoy learning English this way, through real stories and natural conversation, please hit like and subscribe to Mr. English Daily. It really does help more people find this channel.
All right, let's start at the beginning. Mike, tell me honestly, how does your morning actually start?
Okay, real version, not the version I'd post online. My alarm goes off, and my first thought is never, great, a new day. It's more like, who decided mornings were necessary?
A completely reasonable reaction.
I sit up slowly, like a confused penguin, awake, but not quite sure what year it is. And if I check my phone immediately, my brain just fills up with noise, messages, news, notifications, and I feel scattered for the rest of the morning.
Scattered is a great word. It means your thoughts and focus are all over the place. Nothing feels organized.
Exactly. So now I try to sit on the edge of the bed for about 30 seconds before I do anything. No phone. Just, okay, I exist. Good morning, world.
A tiny little hello to yourself.
It sounds small, but it changes everything. If I skip that, I feel scattered until noon. What about you? What does your morning look like?
Mine is a little quirky, I'll be honest.
Quirky meaning a bit strange, but in a charming, interesting way, not in a bad way, right?
Right, exactly. So my alarm goes off and I immediately start negotiating with it. Just 5 more minutes. Okay, 10 more. Maybe 15.
A full negotiation with an alarm clock.
And some mornings I win, some mornings the bed wins. And on those mornings, I go completely overboard with the snooze button. We're talking 4, 5, 6 times.
Go overboard means you do something way too much. You take it too far.
Yes, 1 snooze is reasonable. 6 snoozes is going overboard. And by the time I actually stand up, I'm already rushing in my head before I've even moved my feet.
Okay, so what happens after the great snooze battle?
I do the usual things. Wash my face, brush my teeth, try to make my hair look like it belongs to a human being.
Very relatable goal.
Then I pick out clothes. On a good day, I prepared them the night before. On a bad day, I stare into my wardrobe like I'm waiting for it to speak to me. Who am I? What is my style? Why do I own this?
An existential crisis in front of the closet every morning.
And then breakfast. Simple. Toast, maybe oatmeal. I would love to say I make a green smoothie every morning, but that would be a lie.
Toast is honest. Smoothie is just showing off.
Before I leave, I do my door check. I stand there and pat everything down. Keys, yes. Wallet, yes. Phone, yes. Bag?
I do the exact same thing. I tap my pockets like I'm at airport security.
And if I forget my headphones, the whole morning feels wrong, like I left without part of my brain.
So your real checklist is keys, wallet, phone, and brain lives in the headphones.
Correct. Okay, so we've made it out of the house. What does your commute look like?
I try to walk part of the way when I can, even just 10 minutes outside. I notice things, the light, the weather, people carrying their coffee, sleepy faces on the street.
A little people watching.
I don't stare, I just notice. It makes me feel connected to the world outside of my to-do list. Sometimes I listen to a podcast, sometimes music, and sometimes I just let my brain be quiet.
I love that. My commute is louder. I take public transport, and there's always some kind of drama happening.
What kind of drama?
Someone on a very loud phone call having a very personal conversation. Someone fighting with the ticket machine. One small child asking why about literally everything.
Free entertainment every morning.
If I'm awake enough, I enjoy it. If I'm still half asleep, I just zone out and stare out the window.
Zone out is a great phrase. It means you stop paying attention and your mind drifts somewhere else.
Yes. So instead of just saying I took the bus, you can say I zoned out on the bus and just watched the city go by. Immediately more interesting.
Much more interesting. Okay, so we've made it through the morning. We're at work, at school, wherever the day really begins. What happens when you sit down?
I open my laptop and my inbox says good morning in a very aggressive way. Emails, messages, tasks that appeared overnight. Some mornings I feel calm. Other mornings by 9:30 I already feel completely swamped.
Swamped means overwhelmed with too many things at once, like you're standing in water that's rising and rising.
Yes. On those mornings, I try not to panic. I make a short list and ask myself, what actually needs my focus right now? What can wait? And I try to whip through the small, easy things first.
Whip through means to do something very quickly and efficiently.
Right. For example, I whipped through 5 emails in 15 minutes. When I do that, I feel like, okay, I can handle this. I'm not drowning.
So you can say, I was swamped, but I whipped through the easy stuff first to feel in control. That's a strong, natural sentence.
Sometimes, though, I do the opposite. I look at everything and just freeze. I open one thing, start answering it, open something else, and suddenly my brain starts feeling completely frazzled.
Frazzled means mentally exhausted and stressed at the same time, like your brain is overcooked.
Not just tired, messy inside. When I notice I'm getting frazzled, I try to stop, breathe, drink some water, and pick just one thing to focus on.
One thing at a time. Good English and honestly good life advice. For me, late morning is my peak brain time, so if I protect it from distractions, I can really focus. So I try to do my deepest work then. Writing, planning, creating.
And emails?
If I'm smart, I whip through them first, like you said. If I'm not smart, I check them every 20 minutes and get nothing done and feel frazzled by 11.
So, same story, different characters.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people feel this way but don't have the words to describe it. That's what today's about. Your day isn't boring. It's full of things worth talking about.
And speaking of important things, lunch.
The hero of the day.
My relationship with lunch is simple. If I skip it, the afternoon version of me pays the price.
The afternoon version of you comes back and says, "Why would you do this to us?"
Exactly. So I try to eat something real. Nothing fancy, but actual food. If I eat too fast or eat while staring at my screen, I always regret it later.
Early afternoon is interesting for me. That's when I'm tempted to rush through everything, and I have to remind myself, haste makes waste.
Haste makes waste means when you do something too fast, you make mistakes, and you end up spending more time fixing those mistakes than if you'd just gone slowly to begin with.
Right. I've sent emails to the wrong person, I've made errors in documents, all because I was rushing. So now I try to slow down just a little after lunch, even when everything in me wants to push forward.
My afternoons are usually full of people. Meetings, calls, messages back and forth. Sometimes I feel swamped not with tasks, but with conversations.
That can be just as draining.
So one of my survival strategies is to politely wiggle out of things that aren't actually necessary.
Wiggle out of something. That means to escape a task or obligation in a clever, gentle way.
Yes, not lying, just moving away carefully. For example, I might write, "Can we just handle this over email instead of scheduling another long meeting?" Or, "Can we push this to next week when we both have more time?"
Polite sentences as a superpower.
Exactly. If I say yes to everything, I go overboard, and by 5 o'clock, I'm completely drained. So you can use this sentence. I was swamped in the afternoon, but I wiggled out of a few unnecessary meetings and managed to focus.
Great sentence. Okay, late afternoon, that final stretch before you can actually stop. How does that feel for you?
It depends on the day. Sometimes I get a second wave of energy and I can really focus again. Other times, my brain has already packed up and left without telling my body.
Your body is at the desk, your brain is already on the sofa at home.
Exactly. On those days, I try to be honest with myself. What can I actually finish today? What can move to tomorrow without creating a problem? If I lie to myself and try to do everything, I stay too late and still don't finish anything.
For me, this is the moment I have to decide. Do I call it a day or do I pretend I'm a machine?
And what do you actually do? Cut to the chase, Mike.
Cut to the chase means skip the extra details and get straight to the main point.
Right. So what do you actually do?
Most days I want to be the hero, finish everything, close every tab, handle every message. And then I remember that tomorrow is a real day that exists. If I keep pushing past my limit, the next morning I'm exhausted before I even start. So on a good day, I close the laptop, take a breath, and actually call it a day.
Knowing when to stop is genuinely one of the most underrated skills in life and in English.
Agreed. Okay, you've closed the laptop, you walk through your front door. What happens next?
I need a reset. I put my bag down, I change into comfortable clothes, and I just stand there for a moment. No noise, no TV. I let my shoulders actually drop.
A small decompression moment.
Yes. Then I make something simple to eat, and a few evenings a week, I try to make it feel genuinely wholesome.
Wholesome means simple and good for you, emotionally healthy. It feels nourishing, not just for your body, but for your mind.
Like cooking something easy while listening to music I love, calling someone I care about, reading for 20 minutes before bed. No drama, no pressure, just a quiet, wholesome evening.
That sounds like a very good commercial for ordinary life.
Ordinary life is actually wonderful when you slow down enough to live it.
My evenings come in two versions, the good version and the what just happened to my evening version.
Tell me both.
Good version, I take a short walk after I get home. My brain needs to physically move out of work mode. Then I eat, I talk to someone, I watch something light. It's not exciting, but it feels wholesome.
And after that kind of evening?
I feel rejuvenated, fresh. My body is tired, but my mind is calm and clear. I'm ready for the next day, not dreading it.
Rejuvenated means feeling fresh and restored, like your energy has been refilled.
And the other version, I tell myself just a quick look at my phone, and somehow it's midnight. I've gone overboard again. The next morning, I don't feel rejuvenated at all. I feel like I lost an argument with a screen.
I think a lot of people listening right now just nodded at that.
Yes, and the whole point of today's episode is this. Your day is full of moments worth describing. Waking up, the commute,
The swamped mornings, the wholesome evenings, the times you wiggle out of meetings, the times you go overboard and feel frazzled.
All of that is real life, and real life is the best material for real English.
Now, let's slow everything down and visit the words from today.
Welcome to the Word Tour. This is where we walk back through the most useful expressions from today. Take your time. Repeat if you want.
Let's start with the overwhelmed feelings. First, swamped.
When you are swamped, you have too many things to do and you feel completely overwhelmed. For example, by 10 o'clock, I was already swamped with messages. Or, this week I'm swamped at work, so my evenings have been pretty short.
Repeat, swamped.
Swamped.
Next, frazzled.
Frazzled means mentally exhausted and stressed. Your brain feels like it's been overworked. For example, after back-to-back meetings all afternoon, I felt completely frazzled. Or, if I try to multitask too much, I always end up frazzled by lunchtime.
Repeat, frazzled.
Frazzled.
Now, the positive side, rejuvenated.
Rejuvenated means feeling fresh and full of energy again, usually after rest or something good for you. For example, a good night's sleep left me feeling completely rejuvenated. Or, a quiet evening at home can make you feel rejuvenated for the next day.
Repeat, rejuvenated.
Rejuvenated.
And wholesome.
Wholesome describes something simple, good, and emotionally healthy. It feels warm and nourishing. For example, we had dinner together with no phones. It was really wholesome. Or, I try to have at least a few wholesome evenings a week.
Repeat, wholesome.
Wholesome.
Now a word that describes personality, quirky.
If something or someone is quirky, it means a bit unusual or different, but in an interesting, endearing way. Not strange in a bad way, just unique. For example, my morning routine is a little quirky. I can't function until I talk to my cat. Or, he has a quirky sense of humor that always catches people off guard.
Repeat, quirky.
Quirky.
Now some expressions for behavior and habits. Go overboard.
To go overboard means to do something too much or take it too far. For example, I only wanted a short nap, but I went overboard and slept for 3 hours. Or, she went overboard with the coffee. 5 cups before noon is too many.
Repeat, go overboard.
Go overboard.
Next, wiggle out of something.
To wiggle out of something means to escape from a task or responsibility in a clever, gentle way, without being dishonest, just carefully moving away from it. For example, I managed to wiggle out of the extra meeting by asking if we could handle it by email. Or, he always finds a way to wiggle out of doing the dishes.
Repeat, wiggle out of.
Wiggle out of.
Next, cut to the chase.
To cut to the chase means to skip the unnecessary details and get straight to the important point. For example, we don't have much time, so let me cut to the chase. Or, she cut to the chase and told us exactly what the problem was.
Repeat, cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase.
Next, haste makes waste.
This proverb means that when you rush and do something too quickly, you make mistakes, and those mistakes cost you more time in the end than if you'd just gone slowly. For example, I rushed through the report and had to rewrite half of it. Haste makes waste. Or, take your time with the details. Haste makes waste.
And finally, whip through something.
To whip through something means to complete it very quickly and efficiently. For example, I whipped through my emails before the meeting started. Or, we whipped through the first half of the project so we could take a real lunch break.
Repeat, whip through.
Whip through.
And that's your word tour for today. 8 expressions you can actually use this week.
You don't need to remember all 8 right now. Pick 1 or 2 that fit your life. Maybe say, I was completely swamped this morning to a friend, or describe your evening as pretty wholesome, actually.
Even one new phrase used naturally is real progress.
and we'd love to see you use it. Come down to the comments and tell us about your day. Use one of today's words: morning, afternoon, evening, any part of it. We'll be there reading.
Remember, your everyday life is already interesting. You just need the right words to tell it in English.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike.
And this has been Mr. English Daily. Keep going. Your English gets better every single day.
See you in the next one.